Have you tried all the productivity hacks, the timers, the fancy journals, the color-coded schedules, but still in the day feeling, well, lazy? You make the list, you set the alarms, but when it's go time, you're suddenly scrolling through your phone, staring at a blank page, or doing literally anything other than the thing. Then the guilt hits, right? That heavy, sinking feeling that you failed again, that you just don't have the discipline, that something is wrong with you. What if I told you that laziness isn't what you think it is, and that the problem was never you, but how you were taught to think about your own brain? We've been fed a story that our worth is tied to our output and that needing a break is a sign of weakness. Today, we're going to tear that story apart, piece by piece, with a little help from neuroscience. By the end of this, you won't just know why you procrastinate. You'll have a new, guilt-free way to get your energy and motivation back on your own terms. Section 1. The myth of the lazy brain. The why. First things first, what we call laziness is rarely a character flaw. It's a signal. It's a message from your brain and body that something isn't right. But our culture tells us to just ignore it, push through, and hustle harder. This mindset has deep roots. Some thinkers trace this harsh judgment of rest back to the values of the Industrial Revolution, where people were often seen as cogs in a machine, valued only for what they could produce. This has led to what social psychologist Dr. Devin Price calls the laziness lie, which is built on 3 toxic ideas. 1, your worth is your productivity. 2, you can't trust your own feelings or limits. And 3, there's always more you could be doing. This system creates a non-stop cycle of work, burnout, and blaming yourself. It's why you can have a totally packed day and still feel guilty for not also hitting the gym or deep cleaning the house. The goalposts are always moving, so you never feel like you've done enough. But let's look at what's really going on in your head. Procrastination is often an emotional regulation issue, not a moral one. Here's a popular, though simplified, way to picture it: a battle between your limbic system and your prefrontal cortex. Your limbic system is the ancient, emotional part of your brain that's wired for survival. It runs on a simple rule: seek pleasure, avoid pain. Your prefrontal cortex is the newer, rational part in charge of long-term plans and self-control. When you face a task that's difficult, boring, or stressful, your limbic system basically freaks out and yells, "This feels bad. Abort mission. Let's watch a funny cat video instead." That video is an easy win. It triggers your brain's reward system and gives you a moment of relief. Your prefrontal cortex knows you have to get the task done, but it takes way more energy to fight that powerful, primal urge for comfort. So, you're not lazy. Your brain is just making what it sees as the smarter, emotionally safer choice in that moment. Biology makes this internal tug-of-war even harder. Take sleep. Research shows that just one night of bad sleep can weaken the prefrontal cortex, making it harder to make good decisions and manage your emotions. It physically biases your brain toward wanting immediate gratification. When you feel like you just can't, it's often not an excuse. It's a genuine biological state. There's also an evolutionary angle to consider. Our brains are fundamentally wired to conserve energy. It's a basic survival strategy. Spending energy on something that doesn't have an immediate payoff feels risky to our ancient wiring. So let's be clear. When you procrastinate, you aren't choosing to fail. You are responding to things like anxiety, fear, boredom, or just plain physical exhaustion. The label lazy is a cruel and simplistic dismissal of a much more complex human experience. Section 2. The new way forward. The how. Okay, so if just do it and hustle harder are broken, what actually works? The answer isn't a new productivity app. It's about changing your entire relationship with work, rest, and yourself. Here are 4 science-backed strategies to do just that, without any of the guilt. Strategy 1. Play detective, not judge. The next time you feel that, "Ugh, I'm so lazy" feeling, I want you to stop. Get curious. Instead of judging yourself, ask a simple diagnostic question. What is my body trying to tell me right now? Are you tired? When did you last get a full night of sleep? Are you hungry or dehydrated? Does the task feel overwhelming? Is it too big, too vague, too boring? Are you scared of not doing it perfectly? Think of laziness as a check engine light. It's a signal to look under the hood, not to slam on the gas. Most of the time, what we call laziness is simply an unmet need. So address the need first. Maybe that means a 20-minute nap, a snack, or just stepping outside for 5 minutes. You can't shame yourself into having more energy, but you can respectfully listen to what your body is asking for. Strategy 2. Lower the barrier to entry. Remember that battle in your brain? You can't win it with brute force, but you can outsmart it. The secret is to make the cost of starting a task so ridiculously low that your limbic system doesn't even see it as a threat. Pick something you're avoiding. Now, what's the smallest, most laughably tiny first step? I don't mean work for 2 minutes. I mean open the laptop, or put on one running shoe, or write the subject line of the email. The goal here isn't to build momentum, though that's a nice bonus. The main goal is to lower the emotional friction so much that it becomes easier to start than to keep resisting. That tiny action can start to shift the chemistry in your brain. It turns out, action can create motivation, not just the other way around. Strategy 3. Manage your energy, not just your time. We're obsessed with time management, but everyone gets the same 24 hours. What isn't equal is our energy. Some knowledge workers report having only about 3 to 4 hours of peak, deep work, focus in them per day. Trying to force your brain to do hard things when it's running on empty is like trying to drive a car with no gas. It doesn't work, and it leads to burnout. Start figuring out your own energy patterns. Are you sharpest at 9 a.m.? Do you get a creative burst in the afternoon? Schedule your hardest tasks for those peak windows and protect that time. Then, save the low-effort stuff, like answering simple emails or tidying up, for your energy slumps. Work with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. And remember, rest isn't lazy. It's how you refuel. Strategy 4. Change your self-talk. This might be the most important one. The words you use literally shape your reality. Calling yourself lazy is a dead end. It's a judgment, not a solution. So, from now on, you're banning that word when you talk to yourself. Instead, when you feel that resistance, you're going to use problem-solving language. Try this phrase. This task feels too difficult for me right now. What variable can I change? This reframe is a game changer. It shifts you from being the problem, a lazy person, to being a problem solver, a capable person facing a challenge. What variable can you change? Can you make the task smaller? Can you change your environment? Can you add a reward for doing it? Can you ask for help? This simple switch turns a moment of shame into a moment of power. You're back in control, working with your brain instead of fighting a battle you were never meant to win. If this video gave you a light bulb moment, if you felt even a little bit of that guilt lift, let me know in the comments which part hit home. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you're ready to officially break up with the myth of laziness and learn how to work with your brain, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're building a community here that runs on self-compassion and science, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. For years, we've been trying to solve the wrong problem. We've been trying to fix ourselves, thinking we were broken or undisciplined. But the problem was never us. It was the lie we were told. The lie that our purpose is to be productive and that our human need for rest is a character flaw. Laziness, as we know it, is a myth. It's a signal of an unmet need. It's a human response to a system that demands way too much from us. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of a brain that's just trying to keep you safe and save energy. So stop trying to be more productive. Start trying to be more human. Get curious, be kind to yourself, and remember, you are not lazy. You are enough, right now, exactly as you are.